Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cherish, Live, and Dream. I am your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, YaYa.
And we are your hope dealers. So happy Thanksgiving to our family and friends. Thank you so much for joining us on today. And we are hoping that your holiday is starting off great. So today we would like to take time out and talk about thankful through the test. Being thankful through the test. Yes.
Yes.
Gobble, gobble. So we know that you are eating your turkey, you're having your stuffing, you're having your collards, your yams. Ooh.
And if you're from down south, your chitterlings.
To those that eat them. Now, back in the day when I was younger, I ain't gonna front. I did used to eat some chitlins because I was little and we was kind of brought up. But now, I can't. I can't do it. Pig's feet.
Look, now that you know what they're made out of.
Like really know and have a true understanding on what they are. No, I can't do it. But to all of y'all that are out there enjoying your family, watching football, playing cards, having a good time with your family and your loved ones, we really appreciate that you have taken the time out to join us on this Thanksgiving Thursday. So,
Yay!
What's on your menu? What are you eating? Who's your favorite team? Because this is a big day for football too for a lot of people. So,
girl, let me tell you about football.
Tell me about it.
It's just too much of a contact sport.
That's the fun thing about it.
I mean, you touching each other.
Mm-hmm. Do you see those men that are out there though? Them little pants and them little tight little buns. Ooh,
I mean, you like touching each other. You like sweaty.
Yeah, and they get paid millions.
And then like you touching each other on your butt.
Yeah, they smack them on the butt.
Now listen, to each his own, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about that smacking on the butt.
I mean, cute. I think they do it in volleyball with the girls. I think they smack each other on the butt in volleyball.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think I've seen that.
Oh, I've never noticed it.
Yeah, I think they smack each other on the butt.
It's just too much. I mean, and I just think about the sweat and just the mixture of the juices with the football.
You know what? I cannot with you. Who in the world would think of something like that but you?
I mean,
so
like,
extra.
You like touching each other, and I don't know, it's just too much of a contact sport, and I don't want to be well.
Okay. So moving on, because she's about to go somewhere else on this here Thanksgiving Thursday. So shout out to all our peeps again. So the topic for today is thankful through the test.
Yes.
And so we know we have tests. We have tests in life. When you're in school, when you're in college, the teacher will give you a test. But normally you are prepared for that test. You have gone over the chapters, or you have had homework to prepare for the test, or they've given you a pop quiz, just to kind of see where you are, if you know the information that has been given to you in the past. But then in life, sometimes we have tests that we're not prepared for. We have tests that we don't realize that are going to come up. And so the question is, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with something that's unexpected? Well, let me tell you how I deal with things that are unexpected. Sometimes I don't deal with them so well. I'm just going to be honest. I don't want to necessarily say like surprises. Like somebody wants to give me a surprise birthday party. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so nice. Thank you. But when you have something that comes up in your life that's kind of unexpected, and it can be maybe traumatic, or it can kind of throw you off your game a little bit, sometimes we don't process those things. Well, let me just speak for myself. I don't process those things too well. And I just recently had an issue to happen to where I went somewhere because, I'm on time constraints. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take care of this. And then once I take care of that, I'll be able to do ABC 1, 2, 3. Well, when I went to take care of it, the woman processed the payment on the wrong account.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Was the wrong account a cheaper account?
No, she applied the money to the wrong account. It should have been on a different account.
Got you.
So when
but was it an account that was still in your name, or was it a whole nother?
Yeah, it was
somebody?
account. It was an account that was still in my name.
Oh, okay.
But she didn't process it to the right one.
Okay.
So when I looked over the paperwork, I realized that she didn't put it on the right account.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to have to go back to the place because I called. You know me. Because I get
The
down
planner.
the road. Yes, the planner. And I'm like, she didn't put this on the right. Okay, well, I get there. And she tells me, she says, I know this process is going to take a long time. And I talked to my manager. She said, and I don't want you to have to wait. So she took upon herself to pay for it herself.
Will you shut up?
Yes. But because I already paid it. But instead of reversing like my card and having to reverse everything out because she put it on the wrong account and she was going to have to put it on another account, she just took it upon herself to take it and just pay for it herself. And then I guess somehow, some way she would get the money back from after they reverse it. But she knew it was going to be like a long process because she made a mistake. So I really said all that to say, you guys, in my mind, because I had to go back to the place, stand in line, have her to, take everything out and put it back on the other account. The Lord already had it planned to where it worked out in my favor.
A ram in the bush.
Okay? Because he keeps one of those. And so I had this process of, I got to go back.
Mm-hmm.
This is taking me, out of my schedule, taking me out of my way, not knowing that she was going to do that for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, the amount of money is not the issue. She said, it's the fact that I was the one that made the mistake, and I don't want you to have to stand here and wait and have to deal with that process all over again. And so the test was my patience.
Mm-hmm.
The test was always get like out of whack when I have to go back and do something. Like I don't like repeating myself. Like when I talk to people and I done told somebody something before, and then it's like we're having this conversation all over again as if we didn't just have it yesterday, and now we're having this conversation again. And I know nobody is perfect. The only person that's perfect is God. And I'm nowhere close to being perfect. But Lord, I strive for perfectionism.
Come on now.
And it's a shame, but I do. So in that time, in that test, I wasn't being thankful at the time because I felt like it took me out of my way. And I had already planned to have this taken care of so I can move on to my next thing that I needed to do that day. But in all actuality, the Lord already had it worked out to where it worked in my favor. Yes, I had to go back, but I didn't have to wait. And so sometimes when we decide to get out of whack, and I'm talking to myself, I told y'all I talk to myself sometimes, right? So when
hello. Is it me?
I'm listening.
Looking for.
So sometimes, but I do talk to myself. So when I walk to the car, I realize that, Lord, you really gave me favor with that lady. Right. Because I actually spoke to her on the phone when I called the place of business back. And I said, well, I handed you my paperwork. I said, so did you not realize, which account to put it on? And she said, ma'am, she said, I'm so sorry, that I made that mistake. And I realized then that I didn't want to come off as like I was accusing her of, her not knowing what she was doing because I trusted that she knew which account to put it on. And I said, ma'am, I apologize. I said, because I'm not trying to accuse you. I said, I just wanted to make sure that when I handed you that paperwork, that was the correct paperwork for you to apply it to the correct account. And she said, ma'am, it was an honest mistake. And I remember her name and everything. And I told her, when I got there, she automatically remembered who I was. And she let me go before another lady. She said, come on.
Well, girl, with all that beautifulness you got going on, did I just make up a word? I love making up words. Making up words.
Yes, because you're good at doing that.
I need to tell y'all about Jay.
Here we go.
This crowd is always put together. And that is it. Carry on.
But although I'm always put together, that's why my plans don't always work. Because I want everything to always stay together and never fall apart. So I said all that to say is when I was walking to the car and I was talking to myself, I said, Lord, I really got to get better. Because it's always a test that I'm going to have to pass. No matter what it is, I can plan, and I can plan. But I really found that I needed to be thankful during that time. Because I say this all the time. When I had to go back to that particular place of business, I really don't know what the Lord kept me from.
My God.
The destination that I was going to travel. So I ended up not traveling that destination that I was originally going to travel because I had to go back. So sometimes we look at going back as a bad thing, and sometimes we have to go back. We have to make a detour because God is trying to keep us from something. So I really found that I needed to be thankful during that test. I was like, Lord, I thank you that you gave me favor with Rachel. And that was her name. Her name was Rachel. He gave me favor with Rachel to make sure that I didn't have to wait. Because in all actuality, Rachel could have been like, I made a mistake. So what? Just come back and you're going to have to stand in line,
like everyone else.
Like everyone else for 15 and 20, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Because they was going to have to reverse everything. So they were going to have to reverse something from one account and send the money back to my card and all that kind of stuff. And then go into the different account and put the information. But I didn't have to wait.
Come on.
So
thug for Jesus.
So God really worked it out in my favor, but because of my mindset and because of my thought process, I felt like it was a waste of time because now I have to go back. But I need to learn how to be thankful in the test. Yeah, because this is not a test from school. This is not something that I had time to prepare for. This is just something that came up. So are you going to be thankful or are you going to just be ungrateful during the test?
Right.
And this is a day of thankfulness. So, we do have, those times to where we're dealing with, Thanksgiving, we're dealing with, different types of holidays. And then we're having those moments to where some people are no longer with us. Like my mom is no longer with us. She's been gone now for 10 years. We all know that YaYa's mom just passed away 3 years ago. And so we have those moments to where we're missing those people and we have certain memories that we hold on to and sometimes that they can cause us pain. But trying to move forward, we do have those memories, but we want to make good memories.
Right.
We want to be thankful for where we are today. Not saying that we're not thankful for our past, but we don't want to keep connecting our past with pain. We want to connect our past with memories. We want
to connect
our past.
I'm going to stop you right there, evangelist. Yeah. Continue.
Are you speechless?
Yes, for the first time in my whole entire life.
Yeah, right. But you guys, we know that as the years go by, our lives change from one minute to the next. And it is a test. But during this time of Thanksgiving, let's find something to be thankful for. Because there are so many things that we can find wrong in life. But what are those things that we can that we can actually say, Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you for my family. Lord, my mom is no longer here with me, but Lord, I thank you for my family members that are still here.
Yes.
Because of the fact that I had a great relationship with my mom, I can hold on to those memories and know those memories were great and they were dear to me. But moving forward today, Lord, let me be thankful about the now. I'm thankful for my past because I wouldn't be who I am today without my past. But Lord, I'm also thankful for my now. So what is that you're thankful for? Yes, we're sitting around the table. We're eating the turkey. We got the homemade mac and cheese. We got the green beans. All that. You name it. We have all that. But
And the mac and
outside,
cheese has got to be burnt
got to be. That's the
on
only way it's
top.
gonna be good. That's the only way
Okay.
it's gonna be good.
Come on.
So, what are those things that you are thankful for? Be thankful if you have your mother still here with you. And she might get on your nerves. She might be nosy, always asking a whole bunch of questions, wanting to know who you're dating this week and all this kind of stuff. She all up in your business, trying to tell you how to raise your kids. I promise you. I promise you.
Cherish those
Cherish
memories.
it. Cherish it.
Yes.
Cherish it. If there's someone that you know that you need to talk to that you haven't talked to in years, pick up the phone and call them and just check on them and see how they're doing. Just be thankful for everything that you have going on in life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because there is something to be thankful for in your test.
Yes.
Yeah, you got anything?
Of course.
Go ahead, girl.
Girl, when am I ever speechless?
Just a while ago.
Well, only during that time when. Well, I'ma just.
Yeah. Hold on to that. Hold on to that.
Yeah. So, seriously. So, the two greatest tests I have faced so far
Okay.
in my. Girl, how old am I? 44, 43. Y'all do the math.
43, aren't you?
I was born in. Girl, where was I born?
Your medicine ain't
Listen,
kicked
the
in yet.
Audison.
The audience. What?
I was born in 77, so the audience, y'all do the math. So for the 44 plus years or 40 years plus that I have been on this earth, the two greatest tests I have experienced where I've had to pull as Rose Nyland from the Golden Girls from my loins, or Blanche rather, to be thankful is during, of course, the death of my mom and trusting God with my life. And so when my mom passed, because let me tell you guys, I talk to my mom every day. Every day. So when she passed in 2018, I was just like, life, what's the point? So I forgot about everybody.
Including me.
And didn't care.
And she didn't. But I didn't care either.
Oh, but when I came out of that particular moment with the passing of my mom, that test, I was able to be thankful for the 40, I think I was maybe 40, 41 when she passed. And so when I finally came to myself as the prodigal son,
That's right.
I said, well, Lord, you know, we prayed for her to be completely healed on this side of heaven. That wasn't not so for you. You know, she was healed on the other side, and I believe that.
That's right.
But you did bless me with 41 plus years with her when there are people who have had less years with their mom or never knew their mom.
Never knew their mom. That's right.
So it was a blessing in that.
That's a great point.
But that took great spiritual, in my opinion, maturity and trusting God to be able to confess that and believe that. And then the other part is, as far as put my complete faith in God, that's hard because, as I mentioned in the previous show, with my whole job situation and having to ask people to help me.
That's right.
I've been thankful in that test because the people that I have reached out to, they didn't have to. You know, I don't know what situations they had going on in their personal lives or with their family. But, you know, they chose to help me when I asked. So during that test, I'm thankful for that. So when you're experiencing a test, it doesn't always mean that it's going to be something that you can't get through, because for the believers, okay, God says he will never leave you nor forsake you. But he also said that you're going to live a life that's not going to be without trouble. But even in that trouble, he's there.
That's right.
So I'm about to share.
Here she goes, you guys.
The time that I went to jail, which was an ultimate test.
Yes, it was.
Listen, guys, let me tell y'all something. It is true when they say do not go to jail on a Friday.
And out of all days.
But wait, I went to jail on a Thursday. But it was close to Friday. It was like 11:48.
Oh, it was Friday by the time they docked you and all that stuff.
Girl, so I'm in jail, right?
In jail.
In jail.
Without bail.
In jail.
That was a song.
I was literally in jail without bail. Let me tell y'all something. If you making a pretty decent amount, I was in New York and I was making close to, and I'm not boasting because everything I have or had was because of God. I was close to making 6 figures, but unbeknownst to me, because I had never been to jail before.
She ain't been back.
If you report your income, they don't give you a public defender.
All right, Blanche.
You got to get your own lawyer. So I'm in New York. I'm in this jail cell. I have like a girlfriend for like 5 hours.
Oh, in jail.
Girl, in jail. So let me tell you what happened. I know we talk about this is really related to the topic.
Being thankful, yes.
So during this test of being in jail, incarcerated for 20, actually it was 48 hours. I was incarcerated. Girl, a fight. Okay, so what they do, y'all get in here. I need y'all to get in here and listen to these cousins and cousinettes. So they took me to the local jail. Girl, let me tell you, God is everywhere. So the police officers that booked me, right, or came to pick me up. So they came to pick me up. I'm like getting myself together like I'm preparing for a photo shoot. And they're like, ma'am, you're going to jail. What are you doing? I said, I got to get my chapstick. They said, what you need chapstick for? I said, listen, my lips get chapped. They said, ma'am, do you realize you're going to jail? I said, I don't care where I'm going. I ain't going nowhere without my chapstick. Listen, it was angels. Let me tell you, those two female officers, they were angels in disguise because they allowed me to get my chapstick. They said, now, when you go to this local jail cell, you need to put on as much chapstick as possible because they're going to take your belongings, put it away until you come back. So long story short, I was living in New York at the time. I can't believe I'm freely telling this story.
I can.
That's because I want y'all to get free. So I end up in Central Booking in Queens. Y'all, my mouth is like a pound of chapstick. They're probably like, ma'am,
crazy.
What is that on your lips? I was told I wasn't going to have access to my chapstick.
The most important thing in her life.
So they do the fingerprinting and all that. Girl, they put me in the big jail cell with everybody. It was females. Girl, a fight broke out in the other cell with the males. Girl, I'm crying.
I can imagine. I know you were so extra.
Listen, this female come over to me. She was kind of manly. She said, girl, I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
But you're like, okay.
I said, okay. So I had a girlfriend for like 4 hours.
She had your back.
She had my back. I felt safe. Girl, when they came around with the food, girl, let me tell you, that cheese was so stale. Y'all got to do better in the prison system.
What did they feed you?
I don't know, because I didn't eat it. Girl, let me tell you. So you
didn't eat for 2 days?
I didn't. Listen, the girl was like, she said, you gonna eat that?
You want your cornbread?
I said, no, ma'am. You can have it.
But did you drink anything?
Girl, I didn't eat nothing or drink nothing because I didn't want to have to. Listen, the toilet is right there.
Lord, I'm so thankful.
Everybody can see you do your business. I was like, I I'm not using this toilet.
Yeah, because I don't think it's called a
No.
toilet. Oh,
Girl, so
OMG.
we are still listen, folks, we are still talking about being thankful
Yes,
during the
we
test.
are.
Because this was an extreme test.
An extreme test, big time.
So, girl, I noticed, girl, there was a girl, she was 12 months pregnant, a prostitute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know me and my ministry.
And you nosy.
Yes.
So you got all her information.
I was like, honey. Girl, what you in here for? She said, girl, they done pick me up. Oh, Lord, let me fix my mic. Can y'all hear me? Testing. Girl, she said they done pick me up for prostitute. I said, well, girl, was you out there? She said, yes, girl, I got to make this money. I said, do you, boo? Anyway, so long story short, they was letting all these people out before me. Mm-hmm. So I asked the CEO, I said, what's happening? So she looked up like she said, oh, well, apparently they couldn't afford their own lawyers, so they got public defenders. And because of your... So I say all that to say, this is probably not good advice. If you go to jail, don't tell them your real income. Get you a public defender so you can get out early. Anyway, so long story short, in this process, right, so while I'm in jail, so I finally get to... So when you go for your arraignment, right, so you go from... Jonette is like, what in the heck? So we went from our local precinct, then we went to Central Booking, which was in Queens, and then we went to... No, we were still at Central Booking. So at Central Booking, that's when they do your arraignment and everything. Jay, it is true what they say. If you do not get out before Friday, they shipping your tail to Rikers Island. Honey, when I tell you that when that CEO told me that, I had all sorts of hyperventilation, asthma. Girl, I ain't never had asthma.
But you had it that day.
I had that girl, the CEO girl, he said, listen now, I'm going to let you out this cell.
Woo.
I'm going to let you out this cell, but when I let you out this cell, I don't want no foolishness. I said, sir, So I gathered myself. Mm-hmm. So anyway, long story short, there was an angel in that CEO because he was like, I don't understand why you're still here. So he went out, spoke to the DA and the prosecutor, whatever. And so they finally saw me before that 12 o'clock hour because otherwise they would have sent me off to Rikers and I would have been there the whole weekend. So during that test, God was still there. Mm-hmm. He was still there for me. And even that CEO, he said, listen, I don't know, there's something about you, but I know you're not supposed to be here, so I don't want to see you here again.
My goodness.
And he did everything in his power that he could to get me out of there on that Thursday night because he did not want to see me go to Rikers Island because I'm going to tell y'all, if they would have put me on that bus to Rikers, they would have been taking me to Bellevue because I would have been acting a total and complete fool.
I know that's real.
Because you're not about to take me to Rikers. And for folks who don't know, Rikers Island is in New York. This is when I was living in New York and I was in a situation. But even during that test, I was thankful because God had planted his people there to make sure I was taken care of, to make sure that, no one was going to bother me.
Right.
That I was, I had, the DA or the lawyer, whatever, whomever that I needed to get me out to make sure I didn't have to go to where I didn't want to go. But y'all best to believe that if I would have went to Rikers, y'all would have seen me on First 48. Because although the Lord has done a mighty work in me.
Yes.
He still ain't done with me yet. And I would have been in there throwing them hands.
And that would definitely be a place that you would have to throw your hands.
I would have been throwing them hands. But I thank God for that officer. I don't even remember his name. Yeah, he was cute too. But anyway, that's besides the point.
He
really went to bat for
above
me.
And beyond.
He went out there and he made sure. He said, because when he went out, Jay, he said when he spoke to and apparently the, I don't know if it was the DA or the prosecutor, but whatever, whomever it was, he said, your file was actually in the back. He said, so you wouldn't have been seen until Monday. Girl, You know I like to slide down walls.
Go ahead, show us how you would have done it.
As I break the equipment.
As always, you always breaking the equipment.
Girl.
Oh my gosh.
So girl, when he went out there, I said, oh my God. So whomever he knew, the attorney, pulled my case and pulled me to the front. I was able to get out that night, Thursday night, before they went into, because it was night court. So he was like, if they don't see you during day court, you'll be seeing night court. He said, but if they don't see you night court Thursday, which was a Thursday, they're not going to see you until Monday. I said, my God.
That was favor over your life. Yeah. Seriously.
Girl.
Yeah, that was favor.
So when he orchestrated whatever he did with the DA or the prosecutor or whatever.
Yes, he did.
Girl, I was out of there before 12 a.m. Friday morning. Because I promise you, if they would have sent me to Rikers, my story would have been, you know how on Law and Order where they say,
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. It would have been on Law and Order because I promise you.
They would have been seeing stable.
Honey, they would have been like, okay, y'all need to come get her because she tearing Rikers Island up.
Senator Bellevue.
So God has angels everywhere.
Yes, he does.
I don't care how hard it is or what you're going through. God has angels everywhere. So let me tell y'all guys, although I spent a little time in the system, that was the only time.
Yeah, that was the only time.
Everything was cleared. I even got the paperwork to say X, Y, and Z. So I'm good. And that was just, a point in my life where I was in the dark.
Yeah, but you were being developed.
Yeah, and so now we're here today.
And now we're here.
So, when you're and it was a test. I think I passed because as a result, I didn't go back, which led me to, I didn't go back rather to the situation, which led me to while I was in
jail.
Yes.
Right. Oh, God. I love
So
her.
anyway, I passed that test.
Yeah.
I'm too pretty.
I know that's right.
And beautiful.
I know that's real.
To be anybody's.
I got your back.
Thank you. And look, I'm not knocking. Whatever your preference is your preference. But I like,
Strictly.
Thank you.
That's all I'm saying.
I like strictly.
Strictly.
So, anyway, Jay. Just be thankful during your test.
I am. And I know that a lot of times we get tested to see where we are. We do. We get tested to see where we are. So I get tested a lot. Sometimes I pass and sometimes I fail. But I recognize it during the time that it's happening. Like, Jay, come on. You know that everything is not going to always go your way. So why do you keep expecting it to?
Yes. Let's explore that.
Why?
As you wanted me to explore why I'm afraid of commitment.
Yeah.
Let's explore.
Why am I that way?
Show.
That is another show. I don't know. I don't know. I'm such an oak tree.
Get you a recipe.
No, that's for you. Not for me. But I am though. I am thankful. It's Thanksgiving, and I know people have different traditions, and they may sit around the table and say, "What are you thankful for?" And so I'm going to do that with the show today. Jay is thankful for life. I'm here. I'm amongst the living. I'm in my right mind. I'm healthy, and regardless of my losses, regardless of my gains, I am thankful because with those losses, it taught me some things. It taught me some things that I actually thought that I couldn't live without, but I could, and I have.
That's good.
I'm thankful for my friendships. With my girlfriends, I have a good crew. You all know who you are. We start with YaYa. I'm not going to name any names, but all my homegirls, y'all know who you are. Y'all are a blessing to Chase. Chase's godparents. They are a huge, huge blessing to me and Chase. And I just don't know what life would be without any of my village. Um, so for that, I'm thankful. I'm just thankful for God that He has allowed me to be here on earth the length of time that I've been here. I am thankful for just where I am in life. I didn't think that I would be on this platform. I didn't think that I would be in the place that I am and still surviving and making it, but it's by God's grace that
Yes.
he prepares and He makes a way for me. I thank Him for my pastor, for our great church, and I'm thankful for about these turkey wings and stuffing and
Did you
collards.
find the turkey wings?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This
So
girl and these turkey wings, it was
I'm gonna have
stressful.
them.
She had me stressed out, and I don't even cook.
I'm gonna have them. So at the end of the day, we have to be thankful for the tests. We have to be thankful for the losses. We have to be thankful for the gains because that have made us be who we are today. And let's just not take life for granted. Let's not think of Thanksgiving just about food. Let's really think about Thanksgiving as being a time to get with your loved ones and just being thankful that you're able to see them again and be with them again. And for those that are traveling, we're praying traveling mercies
Amen.
over your life as you drive or take a train or take a bus or if you fly. Um, and for those that have lost loved ones, within this year and still dealing with the hardship, we're just praying for you guys that you will adjust and that God will help you to find a way to get through this Thanksgiving season because we know during the holiday seasons it can bring about depression. And so just praying that you're able to make different memories, just new memories. It's not that you forget about your loved ones, but you just have to adjust and um, just make it the best that you can. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for Cherish, Live, and Dream. I'm thankful for our audience, all the people that support us weekly, anyone that's listening to us today for the first time. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a great and a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yay! So I am thankful for the fact that I'm not in anyone's jail or prison.
So thankful.
I'm thankful that God is doing a mighty work in me because honestly, and I know I've joked about being behind bars. But seriously, it was a result of my anger at that time. So I'm thankful that God has really worked on me in the area of anger and being able to process that better without the laying of hands. And I don't mean prayer hands.
You go from anointing.
It wasn't nothing Jesus about the laying of them hands.
And boxing.
But, listen, y'all know I share. I need y'all to be free. If you've been in jail or whatever, be free. I'm not going to condemn you, judge you. Because like I said, if you open my closet, my skeletons might drown you. Oh, that was 16 bars. Okay. I'm a rapper.
All right.
So anyway, seriously, I thank God that He has brought me a mighty long way as far as being able to handle my emotions and channel them correctly and appropriately. Thankful for now that I have a relationship with my dad that I probably wouldn't have had. Although I'm not excited or happy about the fact that my mom passed.
Right.
But it has brought my dad and I closer, and we have a better relationship as a result of it. And I actually understand him better. Some of the decisions that were made, whether they were good, bad, or indifferent, like I understand them now better.
Right.
And so, although my dad is not perfect, I find no fault. Because he's able to feed into me the wisdom and the knowledge that he has based on his experiences so that I don't, go.
I make those same mistakes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think what we all do as children, especially when we're younger, we're not old enough to have an understanding on exactly what is going on
Right.
within families. We're not mature enough. We
Mm.
haven't lived long enough and experienced anything to know. So I think God has a way of showing us those things and revealing things to us as we become older and as we become mature and as we experience life. Because, you know, you start to be in relationships or you get married or you have kids of your own.
Right.
And then those things start to come back to your remembrance. Oh, okay. So that's why when mom and dad did ABC, it was like this. But when you're a child, you just go in defense mode.
Yes.
You know, don't do that to my mama, and how come you said this to mama? Or you want to question everything. And, you know, growing up, it was like, okay, a child stayed in a child's place. Like, you know, back then, I don't recall ever hearing my parents argue. You know, everything was just kind of
Well, honey, that was a blessing.
was on the hush. Well, my dad wasn't there for so long either. They got divorced when I was 5, so maybe that's why I ain't hear too much arguing. I ain't remember. And I'm not making light of it. I'm just being honest. They split up when I was 5, but what I can say that I do remember about my mom and dad's relationship is, and that's where I get my name from. My real name is Jeanette. Or Jeanette.
Jeanette.
And my father's name is John.
It's so regal.
Yes, John.
So prestigious. So royal.
Royalty at its best.
Come on.
So I do remember that when my father came home, because he worked in construction, he would come through the back door because we didn't go through the front door. We always went through the back door. Mom had a thing about her carpet and keeping everything clean. Although we had the plastic runner going down.
Girl, that's another show. Can we talk about that daggone plastic runner?
We will.
My God. But go ahead.
So when he came through the door, I remember him putting his construction boots. He would leave them outside or either right there at the door. And he would come in, he would greet my mom, and then he would go straight to the bathroom or whatever, take his shower. And when John put his clothes on, you know, his lounge clothes or whatever, he had a hot plate of food waiting for him when he sat down at the table.
Girl, you know how I feel about that.
We know.
Y'all, y'all gonna be hungry before y'all think I'm fitting to make y'all a plate. You better get your own daggone plate. Unless you don't have no hands. That's the only way I'm making you a daggone plate. But anyway, this is not my testimony. Continue.
So that's one of the things that I remember seeing my mom do for my dad was when he got off of work. And of course he did a lot of things, but that's just something that just stuck in my head. And just because you know he was a provider, you know, for the family, and of course my mom, she did end up working, you know, later on, you know, after I became a certain age. But I'm just thankful for that memory. I'm thankful to know that, you know, who my father is and how I was brought up. Now, granted, it didn't work out. I didn't have an understanding on why, you know, things didn't work out, because as a child, I went through when my parents divorced. And it was hard on me because I was younger. And again, I wasn't mature. I didn't have an understanding. I just wanted my parents together.
Wow.
But as I got older and, you know, me and my mom ended up having some conversations when I was mature. And this is when I was grown. This wasn't when I was a teenager. These were some things that I ended up finding out after having some conversations with my dad and then having conversations with my mom. And she never said anything bad about him. Never said anything bad about him. And then me and him had a situation. And then that's when she shared some stuff with me. And I was like, oh. You know? And so, although they didn't work out, I'm thankful for God that he joined them two together during that time, because I'm here.
Because we wouldn't have Cherish.
No.
And then we wouldn't have my best friend Cherish.
Yes.
Yay.
So, you know,
Spirit fingers.
I'm thankful even for my parents' divorce, because God allowed them to union and to be together, and I was created, you know, by the both of them. And I'm a product of both of them. I look like my dad, but I got some ways like him too, as well as my mom. So
Mhm.
I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful for everything. Like I said, the good and the bad. So, you know, what's up, John? How you doing? So,
Listen, we in Germany.
yes, we in Germany.
I know y'all
So,
keep
you
saying,
know.
like, why is she talking about Germany? Germany has put us on the map,
Yes,
so that's
Germany has
why.
put us on the map. So let's just be thankful, you guys. Enjoy your food, your family, your friends, your loved ones. And if y'all know of someone that doesn't have family here, because sometimes depending upon your location, you might have people that maybe they can't travel, to get to their family or whatever. Invite them over to dinner. Don't just let them sit at home, and just ask someone, well, what you doing for Thanksgiving? You're more than welcome to, come to my house, because a lot of people they say they want to be alone. I mean, we know y'all. But
When
anyway,
I say I want to be alone, I really want to be alone. So I'm the what you call it? I don't know what you call it, but I really do
nothing,
want to be alone.
nothing. But just check on people, and like we talked about, last week, just check in and check and see if someone has family or friends that they can, have a spot to go eat and play board game. I love playing board games, cards, and just have a good time, laugh, karaoke. You eat a little bit, you fall asleep, you watch a little bit of TV, but just ask, somebody, and just make sure that they have something to do this year, because again, you never know what people are dealing with, you never know what people are going through, and sometimes when people are isolated and they shut themselves off, sometimes it's not a good thing when they start thinking about different things in their mind and dealing with depression and dealing with losses and things like that. So
Right.
let's just reach out, let's just check in, and let's be a blessing to someone else if we can, and let's just be thankful through the test. So hopefully I'm going to get better with trying to plan, and then when things don't go my way, I'm murmuring and complaining and mad because I got to deviate and go outside my schedule and go back and do this and do that. And I just need to be thankful through the test, because I have no clue on what the Lord is keeping me from. So that's my mindset. That's where I have to get to again. That when I plan something and it kind of deviates, then I just have to be thankful for the detour. And that's all I have for you guys.
My God. Y'all, I'm just thankful. Because I have, oh my goodness, since 2018 up until today's date,
Yep.
the tests have been coming. So I'm just thankful that I'm just still here through the test. And that I passed them, because I don't want to take them again.
Ain't that the truth? I got to take a class over now.
I don't want to take it again. Um, thankful for family, thankful for friends, true friends
That's all right.
that have been with me through this season. I'm just thankful that I'm just here, with COVID and everything. You guys know I've had COVID, and, I've survived where other people hadn't.
That's right.
So I don't take that lightly. Because I was down. I was down. But, I got through it, and I'm here, and I'm healthy, and I'm whole. So I'm thankful for that.
Complete.
Thankful for an awesome son. He's just amazing. Sometimes I think he thinks he's my dad.
He is. I didn't mention Chase. I'm sorry, boo boo.
He's actually taller than me. He's 12.
Don't
But
mean nothing. Still knock him out.
everybody's taller than me and Jay. Actually, I'm taller than Jay, but we're both short.
Right.
Um, but yeah, so I'm just thankful. I'm just amazed at what God how He has kept me through this season. As difficult in my mind as it has been, He's kept me, and I'm so thankful for that. So, guys, I know it can be hard, but I truly think in every situation, no matter what it is, you can find something to be thankful about.
Something.
Like when my mom passed, when I was able to get my mind right, like I said before, I was thankful that I had 40 plus years with her. So yeah, just find something to be thankful for. I promise that, you'll feel better about it. You will. Trust me, you will. So that's all I have.
That's
Miss
it.
Ma'am.
That's it.
I can't wait to eat everything.
That's right. Everything is everything.
Everything. Everything. Ain't that a song?
You are my everything.
No. I mean that's Mary J, but I think Lauryn Hill had a song. Okay, never mind. We taking her card.
I'm slow on that
We're
one.
taking her card
But you
today.
can't even remember the song.
Is that Mary J?
Oh yeah, everything is everything.
Yeah,
What will be is meant to be.
mm-hmm.
What will be is meant after winter.
Come
something.
on.
Summer, spring, something. Mm-hmm.
Change will come eventually.
Change will come.
You know what?
Change will come eventually.
And having said that, we're about to sign off.
And go eat and watch some football, y'all.
In that context, sport of them touching each other's butt. But anyway.
I like those butts. They look nice and firm and tight in their pants.
We love y'all. We thank you for tuning in. Check us out everywhere. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Be thankful in all things.
Yes.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.